Welcome back, my home cooks and chefs, to the Urban Culture Kitchen. Today, we got something special. You know, I like to barbecue, you guys. So today, I'm going to show you how to make the perfect brisket. This is about a 15-pound brisket, you know what I'm saying, that we're going to be hooking up. So I'm going to show you from A to Z how to hook up the perfect brisket. All right, you guys, so let's get into the ingredients and how to season this bad boy up. And I'm got some special tricks I want to show you guys. All right, so let me show you what the ingredients are to get started. I'm going to trim this brisket. This is a 15-pound brisket. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to trim it and stuff like that. Also, too, what I'm marinating with, I'm be injecting it with is some Clyde, you know what I'm saying, barbecue meat marinade. This is really good. It has a, you know what I'm saying, smoky flavor and everything like that. Also, too, I'm going to be using some lemon pepper. You know, citrus goes well with beef. So this is a lemon pepper. Also, too, I'm going to be doing some, you know, some seasoning as well to put on top of it. So right now, what I'm going to do is get into trimming it and stuff like that. So make sure you have a sharp knife. This is a good one. It's like a for fish, you know what I'm saying, deboning and stuff like that. You know, see this fat cap right here? When you're getting a brisket, you know what I'm saying, this right here, this is a thick piece of meat. You know what I'm saying? I sometimes cut it off, sometimes I don't, depending on how thick it is. But you see, it's really, really thick. You know what I'm saying? So what we're gonna do is, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna trim this down, you know what I'm saying, because with beef, fat is your friend. But you don't wanna have it overly fat and stuff like that. For me, you know what I'm saying, I really, you know, don't trim too much off. But you don't want to have, if you see a fat cap like this, you know what I'm saying, on the top and bottom, pick another brisket, because it's really hard. You know what I'm saying, like this. See, this one, you don't have, it's a soft tissue at the bottom and stuff like that. So this will help when it's on the grill smoking. So I don't really take this off. You know, some people do stuff like this. But this right here, I'm going to cut out. You know, so we don't want to dig into the meat. So I'm going to be real careful about trimming it and stuff like that. So like I said, get a knife, you know, get cutting into it. You know, take your time, get a sharp knife to it, you know. What you want to do is, well, this right here, you can start from this end. It's already out, you know. And the way you cut it, it can come right off real easy, you know. And, you know, just keep, you know, cutting at it. You know, make sure you don't be digging into your meat. So you see what I mean? It's mostly fat. So, you know, it's something that, you know, you don't need. You know, let me finish trimming this up. You know, like I said, this is a hard piece of meat. So I'm gonna be trimming this down and, you know, so we can get ready to start seasoning it. All right, so now we're gonna inject the beef. Now you can inject it, you know what I'm saying, 5 different areas and stuff like that. Now, you know, I put this Clyde, you know, seasoning in the injector. So what we're gonna do is I inject it into, mind you, this is the, you know what I'm saying, point, and this is the flat. So I'm gonna start with the point first, stick it in. Don't be scared, you know, to do it, you know, and then start going down into it. Don't worry about it popping out. Good. And then we're gonna do a few other times. All right, so we're gonna, you know, inject a little bit more into the point, and we just go down. You can put about, you know, it didn't go in. All right. And don't worry about it coming out. Like I said, you know, the most of it is inside the brisket. So after you do that, you know, you just, we're gonna get over the seasoning. Okay, so, you know what I'm saying, first I wanna do is add liquid smoke. Hickory liquid smoke for rice. Many people don't like liquid smoke, you know, but, you know, that's up to them. But this actually is, you know what I'm saying, oil squeezed out of hickory wood. So that's what liquid smoke is, if anybody wants to know. It actually is flavoring and everything, you know, for your meat and stuff like that. And this is a, you know, secret way to still have that secret, I mean, that hickory or mesquite. This is hickory. I like hickory on my beef. And you just spread it on, spread it around. You don't have to put much, because you notice, if you notice when you start putting it on here, it's really, really potent. You know what I'm saying? And so you can see how, you know, the aroma of this bad boy can, you know, be enticing, you know, because it's really, really flavorful. You know, I mean, I said enticing. I mean, it can be really flavorful. So just do it on both sides. You know, I'm not gonna take nothing off. I'm not gonna trim the bottom half, because this is good. This helps out the cooking of it when it's on the grill. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about it. It's gonna, you don't have to worry about it rendering down much. It's gonna, for long, low and slow, it's gonna be gelatin by the time you're done with it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said to everybody, fat is your friend. You know, so, you know, many people do it differently, but this is how I do it and always come out with the great results. Next one I wanna do is season it with lemon pepper. You know, you can use regular pepper, you know, or if you wanna, you know, do it Texas style, just black pepper and salt, black coarse pepper and salt. You can do that too, but I like to use, you know, lemon pepper, because citrus always goes well. You know, some type of lemon or lime goes well with any kind of beef or brisket, even when you're making steaks and stuff like that. So, you know, cover it well. This is a big piece of meat, so it don't look, it's not a lot of seasoning and stuff like that. It may seem that way, but it's not. And make sure you get it everywhere. You know, even on the sides. You know, get it all in the cavity and stuff like that. So I'm gonna finish this top up, and next we're gonna season it, you know, with, you know, some. This season is mixed with some paprika, a few other spices and stuff like that. It's really good. You know, it has a heavy, you know what I'm saying, black pepper of its own in it. But we're gonna season it with this as well. You know, and get it coated all the way around it and stuff like that. Like I said, at the end of the day, you know, this may seem like a lot, but remember, this is a 15-pound brisket. So these seasonings have to penetrate. And these are also too going to be your coatings. This is your coat on the top to make that bark on the top and bottom. So, you know what I'm saying? So, and the reason why I injected it in the middle, you know what I'm saying, so it can have that smoke and that flavoring in the inside. You know, so let's flip it over to the other side. Finish off this seasoning and everything, and then we be head to the grill next. All right, so let's and don't be intimidated by this meat, because it may be seem thick and whatever, and a lot. Now I have a video, you know, probably gonna post up on, you know, on how to do this in the oven. I have one already posted up right now, and you can check that out if you want to do it. This is gonna be a video in the grill, you know, but I like I said, I do it several different ways. You know, wrapped, unwrapped, in the grill, in the oven, stuff like. If you don't have a grill, or you're scared to grill, or, you know, grills intimidate you, or smokers and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, I do have a video on how to do this in the oven in a very fast way. Like, you know what I'm saying, this is going to be kind of, you know, sort of in a fast way too. I have a fast method on how to, you know, cook your brisket, you know. So, like I said, put it on there, coat it on it evenly, you know, and make sure it soaks up in. That's why I said when you was injecting your brisket, you know, people, you know, it might have came out a little bit, but that's what the rub actually, you know, absorbs the juices and stuff like that. There's no need to, you know, saying pat it down or nothing like that. In the beginning, yes, depending on how it is, but you know, like how wet it is, but really, no. So all right, we can lift a little edges up and stuff like that. All right, you guys, you know, I'll see you guys at the grill. All right, so what we're about to do is put the brisket on, what I did was put it in direct heat with the coals and everything like that. So, you know, they're already burning clean. So, you know, it's time to put the brisket on. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in. All right, what I do is with the fat, the leftover of the fat, you know what I'm saying? What I do with the leftover of the fat is if you got a grate at the top, you just put it up here. This helps because it'll be rendering over your brisket. So, you know, you don't have to do it, but, you know, it's a good way if you want to use the fat for something else. So, okay, we're going to leave this in here. I'm actually put the probe in there, the thermometer. So you want your inner temperature to be about 195 degrees, but you got to remember that when you take it off, the temperature continues to grow in the brisket. So take it off about 180. You know, when it gets to inner temperature about 180, because it's gonna keep growing. So what I'm gonna do is put the probe, put it all the way in there. All right, and we have it here on 150. You see right now, the inner temperature is about 57. So when it get up to the temp, then we're gonna take it off. All right, you guys. So I'll see you when this is done. All right, so I took the brisket off. The inner temperature was around 150, so I took it off so I can wrap it. So I'm getting ready. That's what I'm getting ready to do right now. Just wrap this up. You know, so you can do it across. You know what I'm saying? Fold it over. Like I said. Turn it around. So, you know, you don't have to do it. You can actually let it, you know what I'm saying, cook, you know what I'm saying, without it being wrapped. But I like to wrap mine, you know what I'm saying, to finish it off cooking and everything like that. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Keep all the moisture, all the seasoning in, anything else, any drippings, any fat. So I'm gonna try to make sure this is gonna be finished at 195 degrees. So I'm about to put it back on the grill. So that's one thing that's good about having a, you know what I'm saying, the thermometer gauge, you know, that you put in your meat so you can keep up with the temperature. So, you know, it's almost done and everything like that. So we're gonna just put this back on and let it finish off. You know, it did a like nice little bark coating, you know, on it. So it's ready to be put back on. And I will stick the temperature gauge back in to finish off the cooking, guys. So I'm about to put this right back on the grill. All right, so we put it back on the grill. You know, we're gonna let it finish off cooking. So once the inner temperature hits 95, we'll take it off. And if you have a good one, it'll beep and let you know. All right, you guys, see you when this is done. What we're gonna do is, we're gonna take the brisket out, get ready to slice it up. I'll show you how, looking good, guys. You know, render down, got the little jiggle. Look at that, see that? That's what you wanna have, that little jiggle, that means it's ready. The inner temperature is 195 degrees, so that means it's ready. So what I would do is get ready to put this over in the cutting board and show you how juicy this bad boy is. Boy, that bad boy, it's running low. Juice is running out of it, and stuff like that. So, all right, we're gonna hook it up two different ways. I'm actually gonna make the point, you know, some burnt ends, and cut up this flat. All right, so let's get it off onto the cutting board. All right, you guys, so it's done off the grill. It's done from the oven, being covered with foil. I'm gonna show you. Now I wanna show you again, this is the flat point. You know what I'm saying, like that. Most of the time you wanna look for the grill, the way the grain of the meat is cutting. So you can see it going this way. So, you know, it's always good to start from this corner. You know, you can do it across here, but, you know, I always do it from here. But what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna separate it and show you how, you know what I'm saying, juicy this bad boy is. Because right here on the side, I don't know if you can see, but ooh, this bad boy juicy. right there on the, you know, right there on the side, you can see that it's that's where, you know, you can, that's a little point where you can cut at to separate it, because these are two, you know what I'm saying, different joints, different ways that the meat goes. So, you know, as you get further over to the point, the way the meat, you know what I'm saying, is the muscle is aligned, the tissue, it actually changes. So, you know, you got to cut it a different way. So what I'm gonna do is, you know, I have a certain way. What I do is I actually cut it right here in the fat. Cut it straight down the fat, you know what I'm saying, to separate it. So you see, you know, I'm gonna cut it all the way down. So, and you can see the two different pieces. See, this is the point, and this is the flat. So what we're gonna do is I want to show you that. You see how juicy it is, guys? It's real juicy across. It's perfect. You know what I'm saying? You know, this part right here, the reason why a lot of times we chop this up, you know what I'm saying, the cubes, because this has the most fat. You know what I'm saying? So it's real juicy and everything like that. This point is too. So I'm about to actually move this flat, you know, back in the pan. That point, and get to cutting the flat up to show you, you know, how good this thing is. You know what I'm saying? It's ready, guys. It's so ready. All right, so, you know, that first cut, you know, that's always for the chef. You know, so I'm gonna cut it down. You guys, look at that. You know, so it's against the grain. That's what you always want, against the grain, you guys. So, you know, and then as you go, you know, just keep going, stuff like that. But you see how this sucker is juicy. All right. So, you know, all right, you guys, you see that? It's ready. So, all right, I'm gonna get ready to cut it some more up. Show you what it's looking like. You know, put this over to the side. So you see all that fat? It's perfect. Alrighty. Woo. All right, you see that, guys? Pull it apart. Goes away, has a little snag. That's always good. You know, that means it's done. All right, I'm gonna get ready to chop up the rest of the meat, and I'm about to get the flat, the point ready for the burning. So I'm gonna chop that up, cube that up. Hope you enjoyed the recipe. Let me know in the comments if you tried this out. You know, this is a perfect way to make a brisket. You know, it's real flavorful and everything like that. Hope to see you guys in the next video. You know, thanks for stopping by the Urban Culture Kitchen. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, you guys. And if you're not new, see you guys next time. All right, see you in the next dish.